more than enough. Discover how Jesus has more than enough to meet your needs in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. I thought I measured correctly. I was trying to replace a piece of molding in our house and remembered the saying, measure twice, cut once. I measured and remeasured at least 16 times. That's because I cut the molding too short 15 times. When I finished the project, I was on a first-name basis with the people at Lowe's. I came back so many times they thought I wanted a job. When you've cut the molding too short, there's nothing you can do except go back to the store and purchase another length of molding and try to measure it right this time. In John chapter 6, the disciples thought they were coming up short. Jesus told them to feed a crowd of thousands of people. All they could find was a kid with a sack lunch. What they forgot was who they were with. Here's what happened in John chapter 6, verse 11. Then Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed them to those who were seated, so also the fish, as much as they wanted. After teaching a massive crowd of people, Jesus told the disciples to feed them lunch. They couldn't believe it. They didn't have that much food or anywhere near enough money to buy it. All they could find was one boy with a small lunch. It's recorded in verse 9. There's a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, but what are they for so many? The boy had 2 fish, probably little more than some sardines, and 5 barley biscuits. It wasn't even good bread. Barley produced a grainy, rough-tasting flour, typically reserved for those without the means to purchase anything better. How could this small lunch feed so many people? The disciples must have felt totally inadequate for the task. As they looked out on the crowd of people, they must have wondered, how can the Lord ask us to do the impossible? There are way too many people, and we have far too little food. There's no way this is going to work. We will all face those times in our lives when we look at the Lord's command and consider the world around us and come away determining there's just no way. Maybe it's a temptation we're facing. Everywhere we go, every time we turn around, it's right there staring us in the face. We face the temptation over and over and finally just decide to give up and give in. After all, we're just sinners saved by grace. We're not perfect. How can we continue to resist? Perhaps it's simply following the Lord's command to love our enemies and share the good news with the world. The Lord must not have met our enemies. And has he noticed how many people there are in the world today? How can we possibly do what he's commanded us to do? It will seem that we can't until we remember one thing. With Jesus, we have more than enough. What has God called you to do? Share the gospel with a friend? Live for Christ at a job where doing so will be difficult and costly. Minister to someone whose needs are far more than you can supply. Never forget what Jesus did with 2 sardines and a few crackers. Don't forget that when you have Jesus, you have more than enough, because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.